Hey guys, today I just want to go over something I call the mousetrap. I didn't come up with it, but I saw it, and it's almost like a mini bear trap where you're not fully locking your legs, and it's something that you can do to really slow down an athletic opponent when you're using that false X. Because as you can see here in my X guard, I've got a pretty good control of his hip. I can kind of move him forwards and backwards, but as soon as I switch to a false X, it becomes a lot harder to control him. So you can see here what I do is I slide my bottom foot down to his lower shin, right above his foot. And these are sticky hooks, which means that my feet are flexing towards the sky, and I'm trying to control so that he can't escape his foot by backstepping. And then my other foot goes right in the pocket of his knee. And what I want to do is I want to fold his leg in half using the counterbalance of one foot extending and the other foot pulling back. And to help with this, I kind of turn my hips so that it's not just my legs, but that shift in my hips, which you can see here, forcing him down, and then I'm able to bend the foot here. And now his feet are down, and I can go back into a standard outside ashi, or outside single leg X, or just regular single leg X, I think it's called. Or as he pops back up, I can switch back into false X. So here, once again, I've got pretty good control. When I go up here, you see I don't have as much control, so I slide right down into that mousetrap position, quote unquote, and I tilt my hips and come down. And here, because he's so flat, I could sit up with a single leg during a technical stand-up, or I can go for one of my favorites, which is a sit-up false leg X entanglement, where you sit up, get deep on that leg, and use your rotating body weight back. And here I'm going to show how to deal with someone either flopping over when you go for this, which you'll see in the first scenario, or with someone high legging out. And both of these can happen if someone's taller than you or pretty athletic, they have good balance. And my training partner Kenny here is probably about 6'2", pretty long. I'm about 6 feet tall, 6'1", so he's tall even for me, and I'm usually the lanky guy. So you can see here, he just kind of flops over. So what I do is I reach over and I grab that far leg, and I hit a kani basami, or a back step, as he's flopping. So I land up on top in that dominant leg entanglement. Then the other thing that can happen is sometimes someone will post up on you, and they'll just balance. They'll hit this high leg, they'll get here, you're kind of stuck. He's shifting his hips. I'm reaching for that leg, I'm trying to pull it down, and it's not just going to fall, right? So what I do here is I brace my hip with my hand, and with this hand I post on his hip, and I want to shoot my hips this way because his basis of control is forward. And by that I mean I can push him forward and I can push him backwards, but I want to push him across because he has no support system there. So I push him across, and as I roll here, I stop it with my hand. This is mainly for demonstration purposes. If you want to do it very slowly, you could do this as well. And then I reach back, get an under grip, and hit that kani basami right on top, and end up in a locked up double trouble inside senkaku leg entanglement. And that's one of my favorite positions to get into. And even if someone's not high legging, I'll hit this just because I feel like it's high percentage and I don't lose that much. And if I do lose anything, I end up on top. So it is a sweep. So you can use that fear of the leg lock to at the very least get a sweep. But you can see here, as I roll, I keep this grip as long as I need around his other leg. So I post with this, and then as we fall, this hand right here will come around his leg so he can't sit up, he can't take my back. You want to keep this elevation because while this foot is high, he cannot sit up. If this foot's on the ground, he can base, but while it's in my armpit here, he can't really base up, he can't take my back, and I'm pretty safe. And when you're doing it at match speed, you hit that roll right into that back step, kani basami, and you end up in a nice double trouble inside senkaku. All right, thank you guys.